Good evening, one and all present here. I am Valai Ganesh, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam, Tamil Nadu. I welcome all of you for webinar on circuit design using Tinkercad. This program is organized by Automation and Robotics Club of Ramco Institute of Technology in association with the RIT ISTE Student Chapter, RIT Institution of Engineers India, and Institutions Innovation Council. First of all, I wish to welcome the resource persons of today's session. Mr. B. Kannan, working as an assistant professor, senior grade electronics and communication engineering, Ramco Institute of Technology. He completed undergraduate in ECE and post graduation in applied electronics and doing research work in image processing. He is having more than 10 years of teaching experience, published 6 reputed journals and 12 conference proceedings. He received a grant from FAER McAfee Scholar Program, and he is also one of the faculty coordinator of Automation and Robotics Club. Now I would like to welcome our second resource person, Mr. P. Gunasegaran, working as an assistant professor in Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Ramco Institute of Technology. He completed UG in ECE and PG in Network Engineering. He is having 8 years of teaching experience. His research interest includes wireless sensor networks, wireless communications. He published 4 journals and 3 conference proceedings, and he is expert in LabVIEW Associate Developer and course designer for Anna University Value Added Program titled as Virtual Instrumentation. Now I formally hand over the session to the resource persons. Over to you, Mr. B. Kannan, sir.
Hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Okay. So I welcome you all for this webinar regarding circuit design using Tinkercad. Due to power problem and heavy rain, I'm not able to use a laptop because I'm using my mobile for continue this session. So on behalf of Ramco Institute of Technology, I welcome you all. This is about circuit design using Tinkercad. It is a digital platform. With the help of this digital platform, without any physical component, we can able to design a system. So how it is possible means whatever the required components for designing the system is already available in the website. So once you enter into that website, then you can able to find a required component for designing the system. So like how you are going to give a physical connection by using physical device, in the same way we can also able to give a connection to all the components. Once if your components is connected properly, then you can enter into the code sections. So that's all. So once if you completed the code, with the help of the simulation, we can able to verify whether the written code is correct for the given connection. Once the code is correct and the connection is correct, then you can able to see your output through LED or any other output devices. So another beauty of this Tinkercad means, so whatever the code you have generated using this Tinkercad can be used to load in the physical component also. So directly you copy this code and put it in the IDE. IDE means that is Arduino Integrated Development Environment. Once you transfer that code into IDE, then through that Arduino IDE, you can load that code into a physical component, that is Arduino board. So basically we can do all the type of simulation using this Tinkercad. Okay, so this is a basic introduction about the Tinkercad. I will go to next one. So here recently Tinkercad has introduced something new. Previously they have used this Tinkercad for 3D design, but now they are using this Tinkercad with Arduino. Okay, And Arduino is an open source electronic prototype platform that also sell microcontrollers. Tinkercad circuit allow anyone to virtually, this is very important, virtually without any physical component. Now, because of our quarantine and not able to access the physical component, we can use this site. So anyone to virtually create and program Arduino project without the need of physical hardware. So no need of physical hardware. So we can do all the possible circuit connections. Once you decided to create a circuit, you will be using the new Tinkercad environment. So in the Tinkercad environment, we can able to see different portions. So how it is visible means you can able to view in the next presenter slides or next presenter topic. And here the building area and program area are the main important. So building area means that you can place all the physical components and you can make correct wire connections and everything. So once you finish, then you can go to the programming area. In the program area, the beauty of the Tinkercad is we can also use the block, the scratch pad. They will say it as a scratch pad. That without writing code like IDE, we can use the blocks. You can able to set the variables. You can able to set the input. You can able to set the outputs. So everything can be easily done through that. So that is a program area. That is a big advantage of the Tinkercad. Okay. And next one, building area, I already told on the right side. So if you open the Tinkercad, that website, if you once entered into the Tinkercad website, it asks you to log in. So once you log in through your Google account, then possible to create a circuit. Once you click the create circuit button, then you will have two portions in the screen. First one is the right side. The right side of your screen, you will see a group of drag and drop electronic components. So if you can click the drag and drop electronic component, it will list out what are the output devices, what are the input devices, what are the boards available for connections. So from that, you can choose all the type of motors, type of display unit, type of input sensors. So many devices are available. So that is a building area. The open building area is where you design your creation. So there you can make your creation. So in that simple many advantages are available. Like Word, how you able to copy and paste, same way you can copy and paste the component. If you want to rotate the component in the building block area, then you have to press R button. So if you once press the R button, it started to rotate. So you can make your components to a flexible connection area, or you can make it as a proper arrangement in the building block. So once one more thing, the top toolbar starting on the left gives you the general operation to rotate, delete, and even make note on your different components. So what if okay, so now how you can name the component? Once you click that particular component, you will get an option for changing the name, as well as if you are selecting a resistor, if you want to change the resistor name, you can change the resistor name. As well as a resistor, we already know it starts from minimum range to higher range. So you can also set the resistor value also. So based on your setting resistor value, the color code will get changes. So it is another one, capacitor, like that. And then you can set the range for ultrasonic sensors. So everything will be possible in this building area. And next one, program area. So once you have programmable component in your design, so once you got all the components in the building area and with proper wire connection, you can open the code. That is an option is available nearer to that circuit. Then by clicking the code, a view by clicking on the button at the top right toolbar. In the toolbar, in the top right, you have a code button. Once you click that, then finally you will get an area for creating the code. Okay, so currently the only two devices available are Arduino Uno R3 and then Titni. So these are all the two programmable boards are available. There are no remaining we cannot use. That Arduino Uno alone we can use. The programming area is simplified integrated development environment IDE. So programming area I already told, integrated development environment. There you can able to write your program, and also you can able to check if it is any error, it will post the error for you for correcting the program further. That makes programming the Arduino very straightforward. The difficult method is via code block, which will look later, and there is also a dual view of learning how the code block translate to actual code. So code block is available. Using that code block, you can program that. Okay, and now I hand over the session to Gunasegaran sir. Gunasegaran sir. Please be on the line. I will hand over the session to Gunasegaran sir. Is it audible to everyone?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Please wait for a minute. Please give me 2 more minutes. So meanwhile, if possible, if you are in laptop, you can open your Google Chrome. So in that you just type TINKERCAD, Tinkercad. Okay.
Kannan sir.
Yes, sir.
Shall I show the demo?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
Until Gunasegaran joins.
Yeah, yes, sir. He is having some problem in joining the meeting.
So the URL is Tinkercad. Is the platform for you. So this is created by Autodesk Incorporation. So Autodesk having lot of other premium softwares for mechanical engineers like Autodesk AutoCAD, Autodesk Inventor, Autodesk Fusion 360. So this is the home screen of Tinkercad. And here, if you have any account means you need to click sign in, otherwise use join now option.
Valaganesan sir.
So I'm having yes sir.
Gunasegaran sir is in line, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Gunasegaran sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, I will continue, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening to one and all. So just so I will share my screen now. So first type Tinkercad in Google. Click the first link, right? So wait a minute. I will share my screen. So just in Google, just type Tinkercad. So click the first link. So already I log in my. So a Tinkercad website will open. Okay. So already I log in. So I log in here using my email ID. So once again I will log out and then I will log in again. So if you click the link, so this is the website page. So here you can, so if you are the first time, you can click the join now. So enter your email ID, you can join, or you can create the account in this Tinkercad website. Okay, so already I'm having account. So if you are a new user, so kindly click join now. So if you click join now, so you can sign as a, you can join as a educators or students. So you can join, or you can create a personal account. Okay, so already I created account in Tinkercad, so I'm using the sign in option. Okay, so here in the top left, in the top right corner, the another option, sign in. So already I have a account, so you can join using email ID, or if you have an already Gmail account, you can sign in with that account. So already I have a Gmail account, so I'm signing in using the Gmail, my Gmail account. So automatically my login page will come. Okay, so in the, so if you successfully created the account in Tinkercad, so your name will appear here, right? So in that we can create 3D design circuits, and we can create lessons also by using here. But in this webinar we are going to create circuits. Okay, so just click circuits. So if you create any circuit, so it will be automatically, it will automatically come here. So if you want to create a new circuits, so here, see here create new circuits, a new window will open. A new window will open. So this is the working area, right? So already Kannan sir explained, and this is the working area, right? So this is the rotate. So if you move over the cursor here, so this is the rotate. If you place any one component, so if you want to rotate, for example, so this if you want to rotate, you can use this button. So for example, I'm clicking the resistor here, I'm dragging it here. So if you want to rotate, so just select this one, and if you click this button, so it will be rotated. See here, so we can rotate based on our design. So in which position we require, we can rotate, select that particular component and just rotate, click the rotate button, so it will be rotated. And the next one is the delete button. So if you press delete, the selected component will be deleted, or otherwise you can select and press the delete button in your keyboard also, so it will be deleted. So both same. Or, and this is the next one is the delete button. So this is the undo button, and the next one is the redo button. Okay, and this is the annotation. So if you want to create any annotation here, so you can write the notes here. For example, Arduino, if you want to make any annotation, you can make it here, Arduino, so it will appear here. Okay, and I'm deleting all the, I'm deleting all the things. Okay, and the, so this is the code area. See here in the right corner, so this is the code area. So here, so this is no programmable component in this circuit. So if you place any programmable component, this will appear. So I will tell later. Okay, and this is the start simulation. Again, if you click here, so the window will goes. Okay, so this is the start simulation button, and this is export. If you want to export something, some circuits, or you can export here. And this is the component selection part. So if you click this component, so you can select the basic components. All means all the components are listed here, and these are all the starters. And if you click Arduino, so the corresponding Arduino board will appear here. Okay, so the corresponding Arduino board will appear. So just, if you want to place any board here, just select and place the component here. So it will take some time. So just select and click here. So your component will appear here. Okay. So here we know the Arduino. So
Gunaseran sir, your audio is not audible, sir.
Sir, what happens, sir?
Sir. Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Okay, okay, sir.
Please be 2 minutes. Due to network problem, I couldn't log in. Please apologies for this. So meanwhile, you can also log in that Google Chrome through Google. You can join through your account, Google account. That's then only it will able to you can able to enter into the Tinkercad website. Okay. 2 minutes.
hello. So sorry, some network delay. So if you you can drag and drop the Arduino board, or just you can select and click. If you click in the work area, so the component will be pasted here. So like this. So it comes with the breadboard. And so as we know, so Arduino consists of 6 analog pins. So the analog pins are from A0, A1, A2, A3 and A4, A5, and it consists of 3 digital pins. So now we are going to design a simple LED blinking. So for that, so we have to place one LED. So now see here, if you click the code button, so we are selecting the programmable component here, right? So now your program, so either we can create a program by using a blocks. So these are all the available blocks. Okay, so just if you want to create one block, just click and drag, so the corresponding block will come here, or so it will take some time. Okay, so the just to drag and drop, right? So if you want to delete something, so you can delete also, or if you want to create, so you are having a text code. So if you click the text code, so we can write the code here also, right? So we can write the normal Arduino code here, right? So for this, we have to just, we are going to do a simple LED blinking. So just we placed the Arduino and we have to place one. So go to the components area, select basic. So we have to put one LED, right? So I'm just putting one LED. So here we can name the LED either 1 or 2, we can rename it, and also we can select the color. So if you click here, so we can select either green, yellow, orange, blue, or red and white. So we have the color. So which color you want, you can select it from here. Okay, and we need one resistor. So just I'm selecting the resistor, I'm placing here, I'm placing it here. Okay, I'm placing it here. So this is the component 2, and we have the resistance value. So we can change the resistance value. So here we can change the range also, either ohm, kilo ohm, mega ohm, or we can change it. Just I'm going to give the resistance value as 330. Just 330 I'm going to give. If we click, the corresponding value will be comes here. And so from the 5-volt supply I'm giving here, and here from the ground I'm giving it here. Okay, so if you want to connect the components, so just select that particular thing. So this is the thing, just select, drag and just connect here. Okay, so just connect here. Okay, or you can just connect here, or if you want to ground connection, so just to drag and drop it here. Okay, so
If my screen is visible to you, everyone?
Yes, sir, you are visible.
Oh, okay. My audio is audible, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I will continue the same what the sir tried to blink the LED. So here I already have the connection. So in this, okay, see here, I took the Arduino. Here I made the connection, LED here. This LED is connected in the here. If you want to check which one is anode and which one is cathode, you have to put it in this lead. Once you put it, it will show anode, and this will is a cathode. So we have to make the connection to the cathode to ground, and in order to avoid any breakage or any damage to the LED, we need to go for a resistor. So here the resistor is available. So once you click the resistor, it allows you to change the resistance value. So you can set it in from the ohm to mega ohm to milli ohm or whatever it is. Okay. So once you completed this connection, 1 minute. Okay, so once you completed this, now the connections is over. So you can see here in this portion, now the board and supply, the supply for the board is not enabled. So when it will get enabled means once you click the simulation button, start simulation. So when you will start the simulation, once you have to complete the code. So here, this is the code. I already created this because to consume the time, we have to move for a different experiment. So I already created here. So how I created, so before creating, we need to know what are the options are available in the block. So here I'm using the block portion for creating the code. So first one, you have the output. So in this, these are all the blue colors are representing the outputs. So how you are going to give the connections to the LED, how that signal is moved from Arduino board to LED. So these are all the options. So here you can have a set built LED, set pins are like that. So everything is output option. You can use any one of this based on your requirement and applications. Next one is an input. So if you are using the sensor, here in this circuit, I'm having only output device. So I'm not going to use any input blocks. So I will use only output blocks. Okay, and then here it is a notation. In this you can use it as a command, use it for command. And next one, here it is a control. That control means it allows to provide a time for blinking the LEDs. And here it is a math. You can create the math. I will explain one more experiment using this math one. And here it is a variable. You can create the variable. So how I am going to create the variable? Just by clicking the variable, create variable, I can type BK. R and LED. I am typing like LED. I am giving OK. So then it will be created. So LED will be created. So you can use it. So same way I am going to use here also. So now here it is a command. What is the command? Turn the LED on. High is the voltage value. So now my LED, we have to switch on the LED for 1 second and then switch off for the another 1 second. So for that, here I am having if I am clicking this, I will get an option for drag and place here. Okay, 1 minute. I will enlarge this portion. So here also I will make it. So if I drag and drop, then it will be available in this portion. After placing this, here I am using an variable as LED. So it is LED. Now I have to use the control. So how much time my LED have to glow? So I will click this and I will drag and place it here. Okay. So after that, I need to make that LED off for 1 second. Again, I have to go for output, and I have to place here. Once I place here, I need to convert this high into low. So then my LED will get after 1 second. Just 1 second, it will get off. After that, I have to go control, and then I have to select this one. That's all. Your program is over. Okay, so because of I already programmed, I want to remove this blocks. So how I am able to remove? Just by drag back, then it will remove. Otherwise, you have to press delete button. Okay, so once you completed this arrangement, now you are ready to simulate. So just see here, I am clicking the simulation button. Here it is started to initialize. So once if your code is correct, then this power supply for the Arduino will be connected, USB port will be connected. So now you can able to see the LED is blinking. So based on your application, you can enlarge the number of input and then output and control blocks as per your requirement. Okay. So I think you hope that this is the basic program. Then I will go to one more circuit. This also I have already created. Now it is loading. Wait. If multiple is open, then it will take some time. Okay, here. This is another circuit created with the 3 LEDs. So now I already given the connections. So here I am choosing 3 pins here. Each pin is connected to each LEDs. Okay. So now just see, I have already created the code. Here I am not created the block. So here I have created the text. So text is available here. So you have a provision to create the blocks as well as the text. So this is just like how you are going to write IDE program. That is an Arduino program in the IDE environment. Likewise. So here also I have created like that. So I am initiating int LED, integer value of LED is initially 0, and then void setup I am giving. There are 3 LEDs are available. So I am making 3 pin mode, 13th pin, 12th pin, and 11th pin is used for supply, giving supply to the LED. And I am going to create the loop, void loop, in that the LED will start to continuously execute. That is, a loop means it started to execute continuously. So now I am making LEDs equal to 300. After making the 300, I am digitally write 13 high. So first I am making 13 high and 13th pin low. 13th pin low means first the red light will on for a second and then it will automatically switch off. Likewise, I am enabling the 12 and disabling, and likewise I am enabling the blue light and then disabling the blue light. Same way I am using the LEDs equal to 100 again for the fast blinking. Okay, so frequencies, I am increasing the frequency by giving LEDs equal to 100. So here again 13 high low, 12 high low, and then 11 high low. So now my coding part is over. Okay, so once this coding part is over, I want to just click the start simulations. So by clicking the start simulation, you can able to see here first a red light and then green and then blue. Okay, now you can able to see this is the difference. How this blinking is get differs because of LEDs equal to 300 and LEDs equal to 100. Okay, that sequence is varied here. Okay, so this is another example for LED blinking. Now, so how you able to take this program into your Arduino IED? So just copy this and move. I am already having online Arduino editor. So here it is, online Arduino editor. You can simply search in the Google and then you can able to find. So here area for writing the code. Now I am pasting my new code. So once I placed my new code, then have a provision for checking that, verify and save. Okay, so now if I am clicking the stick push button, then automatically it started to verify. Once, because already we know this program working properly. Once if you are clicking the verify button, then it shows success, saved on your online sketchboard and then verified sketch. So here, this is the program. Now we have to move this program to our hardware, that is hardware physical component of Arduino. How it is possible means just by clicking this and here export CMake file. So if I am connected to the hardware, then this portion will be enabled, then directly you can send this program to your physical component. So one beauty of this Tinkercad is virtually we can verify everything. We can able to see whether the component is working properly, whether the connection is given properly. If any connections is wrong in the physical connection, it damages the parts. But in the virtual lab, it is not possible because we are using all the virtual components. I will give one example for that. So here, if I remove this resistor, okay, and I am giving directly to the 13. So sometimes it will source. Here, if you are clicking this here, the current you can see here, or it will give one error. Okay, what is that error? The current through the LED is 52.3 milliampere. It may get damages your LED. So we have to reduce that. So how it is possible to reduce? If it is a physical connection, then your LED burn out. Correct. But in the virtual, it is not possible. So it will give an message, you are using a much current for LED, it will lead to burn the LED like that. Okay, so likewise I will go for another circuit. This also I have already created. You will see that. 1 minute, it is loading. I think my screen is visible and then voice is audible, correct?
Yes, sir. No issues.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So just see here, I have created an array of LEDs here. Now I already programmed also because it will take much time for creating that. So how I explained, you can have all the blocks over here. Here it is block. 1 minute. I will say how I created this. Now again a control. I'm going to control the entire circuit just by having repeat here. So I will take this. Just for your reference, I am creating the same again. I will take this control portion, control block from this block portion, and this in this I am making this 5 times or 7 times or 8 times. So how many times? It's just like a for loop. Okay. Now I have to go for the output. So in the output block, I will take this, because I have connected each LED in the each pin. Okay, not a single LED, it is a multiple LED. So you can see here, I have connected this red LED in 13th pin, green LED in 12th pin, and 11th pin I have connected the gray LED. Likewise, I have connected many LEDs. So particularly we have to select the pin here. Okay, so my red LED is connected in the 13th pin. So now I am going to set the pin 13 because I have used the 13th pin for connecting the red LED. Now it is high, correct? Now how much time this red LED have to glow? 80 seconds, 100 seconds, or 1 millisecond, like that. Okay, now I go to the control. In that control, I will select this and I am placing. So you can add any blocks in between this repeat, inside this repeat. Okay, so I make this 100 milliseconds. Okay, so if you want to repeat again, you don't want to drag it from this portion. So just by clicking shift and click, and then you can make a right click, duplicate, you will get the duplicate again. So here if you are plus and duplicate, you will get this. So again and again we can get this. Okay, how it is possible means 1 minute. So I don't want this, so I will repeat it here. Now I want to repeat this 3 blocks. I want to duplicate this 3 blocks. So from initial, you have to select this one. So if you want all this 3, then you have to place your cursor over here and make a right click. Then you have to click the duplicates. Then all this 3 will happen. Okay, copy. If you want only the 2, which 2? This 2 is alone means you have to keep your cursor here and right click and duplicate. Then you can place over here. Okay. So like you can make your connections, and I have finished this. So how many LEDs I have connected? So totally I have connected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 LEDs I have connected. So I have given all the connections over here. Okay, so you can make your code. Now I want to delete this because if it is, then it won't run. I have deleted. So this is my code area. I have created this code. Now you can check the corresponding text also. So I have created the code here, block code. Using the block, I have created my sequence. For the corresponding sequence, here the code is generated. Okay, so here the code is available. So what we have represented block wise, then it will be converted into a text, that is an code. Okay, so now we can simulate. So I will close that. Now I have simulated this. So now you can see, now my bulbs are glowing in sequence manner. Okay, so this is another example using LEDs. Okay, now I will go to the next one. Wait a minute. Here I'm going to control the LEDs by using a potentiometer. So potentiometer is an analog device, that is it will generate only the analog signals. So I have connected that output of the potentiometer to A5. So here it will act as an input. So we have the provision and we are in need to use this input line also. Okay, so now I connected this A this Arduino board is programmed with these lines. Once this program is started to execute, it will read the potentiometer. Based on the value in the potentiometer, the LED started to glow. Okay, so now we will see how I have programmed this. I have initiated, okay, everything here. Int part, that is integer part is equal to A5. I am getting the part value through A5 pin, and I am using Electra for integer for representing void loop, and here I am using the LED 2, LED 1, LED 3, LED 4, LED 5, LED 6. I have connected in the corresponding pins. Then I am using the serial port, that is 9600 for serial monitor. Here the serial monitor is available. I will show what is the purpose of serial monitor. Once you enter this code, then whatever the values you are changing in the potentiometer, you can monitor in the serial monitor. Here it is a serial monitor option is available. Okay, so I have created this program. I don't want to explain all the program because program coding is you can develop by your own self. Okay, by your own. Okay, so here I have created the code. Now we can simulate. So once I have simulated this, okay, now we have to vary the part. So see here, now the part value is 716. Okay, now I am varying the part. By varying the part, my bulbs are getting changes. So according to the input to the Arduino board through this part, the LED started to glow. Okay, based on the input from potentiometer to Arduino, and Arduino uses the potentiometer value for controlling this LED. Okay, so this is another one. So here, so far we have used only the output device. Now we have used one input device. So input device controlling the output device with the help of this Arduino board. In order to utilize this Arduino board, we have created this program, and we have also able to see what is the potentiometer value in the serial monitor. So just by giving serial monitor begin 9600, it started to repeat here. Okay, so now we will go to another one. So by using ultrasonic sensor, I've created. So same pins are this is the ultrasonic sensor. This sensor I have took from here. So just by clicking this, and then basic components. So from the basic components you can select. Otherwise you go to the all. So in this all you can able to see general components, and then they are segregated as the input components. In the input components I have took this ultrasonic. Okay, so once I took this ultrasonic, just by clicking the R button I can able to rotate. Just by clicking the R button, so it will start to rotate. If you want to delete, just press the delete button, it will go off. Okay, so these are all the input devices available for your reference, and here output devices are available. After the output device, the motors are available, and after the output device you have the breadboards and microcontrollers. So two programmable devices are available. One is Arduino and then one is Titney. Already I said. So here I have given all the connections. Okay, so connections are made here. Now this is an example. So we also know that is a distance between the two persons because of this virus spreading. Okay, in order to avoid that, we have to maintain the distance. So how they know we are in the correct distance between the two persons? So that I have created simply here. So I'll just see the simulation, then I will explain the program. So once I started clicking the simulation button, now here you just drag, clicking the mouse and just drag, your portion will be moved here. Okay, once clicking this, you have the range here. Just see here, the person is, you just imagine one person is standing here. Okay, in this portion, another person is standing here. If the person is started to move towards the another person, then my LED started to glow. Orange LED started to glow. It is saying it is an okay, the distance is okay between that. Once the person gets nearer to the particular person, then it started to warn you are in very less portion, you are in very less distance between the 2 people. So likewise, you can create any kind of program, any kind of circuits over here. Once I moved this simulation portion here, the distance here, then automatically it stops. That the green LED shows there is a convenient distance between the 2 persons. Okay, so again I will simulate. If I am moving here, then it started to blink. It will start to 1. Okay. Okay. So now we will see the code part. So this is the code. I will choose 1 minute. I will choose this block alone, and then we can easily get this. So here it is the block. I took this. So first print to the serial monitor. Serial monitor is also available. I will show again. Print to the serial monitor. Here the set pin 12, because I have connected the LEDs in 12, 8 and then 5. So high, low, low. So when my 12th pin should be high, whenever the less distance. So 12th pin is connected. Where is I connected the 12th pin? 12th pin is connected to the red LED. Okay. So if the 12th pin red LED started to high once, it is less than 70 centimeter. Correct. So here you have the provisions. So there is an option for math. Here it is a math. Correct. So in this math, you have a option for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and then percentage division, and then a power of any values. And likewise, we are having here equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to, everything. So you can choose this. You can choose here. So how it is possible? You just see here. I will take for just saying that I will take one more one condition. If I would take here, okay. So if statement, and now here you have to see here. This is an shape. The shape have to be same. In the shape, you have to take only this. So you have to make and put it here. That's all. Okay. So now I can change the value 5, 14, and then 13. Likewise, I can change any kind of value over here for your applications. Okay. So likewise, I have created this, and here it is the next one. 1 minute. So how next one is I have to glow this yellow LED. How I am going to when yellow LED will be get glows once the distance is more than 70 to 150. Okay. Now by when if the green LED will get glow, the green LED will get glow more than 150, more than 150. That's why I have not given else. I have mentioned as a else here. Okay. So if 150, then my yellow LED will glow. Otherwise, my green LED will close. So likewise, I have created. So just see here, I have used if-else statements. Inside that if-else statements, I am using one more if-else statements. Then it will be very easy for conclude our program. Okay. So you can able to create any kind of program like this by using the code. Okay. So this is another one. I want to show one more sensor. So why these are all so many colors? This blue color represent the output. This violet color represent the input, and here the green color represent the MAC, and this orange color represent the control. Correct. So why we have used this all things? Because in our circuit we are having input device and set of output devices. So input device we have to use that violet color. Okay. So based on that you can able to select. Okay. I will go to the next one. Because of time, I'm not able to explain fully. Okay. So this is then another simple circuit by using PIR sensor. You know what is PIR sensor? Passive infrared sensor, which takes the heat of the body. With that, it will give the input to the Arduino. Okay, now we have to program this. So before moving to the program, I will simulate this. So just see, I've started the simulation. After starting the simulation, you can see here, if I am clicking this PIR sensor, here I can able to see the ranges. Here I will reduce. So control shift, control scroll the mouse down, then it will be strings. Okay, it will zoom out. Okay, so I am clicking here. Now I am moving the person is moving in the sensor range. If the person is moving the sensor range, then LED started to blinking. That LED represents someone is in the range, inside the range. Okay. So likewise, we can create any kind of output device. Instead of LED, we can use the buzzer. Okay. So here it is. So once the person is move away from the range, then LED stops glowing. Okay. So you can able to see now. Now once the person enters into the range, then LED started to glow. You can see here LED started to glow. Okay. So this is another example. Now we can see the code, because the code should have all the portions. We are using the input device, output device also. So again, I'm using the violet color for setting PER, reading the PER. I am reading the PER in the second pin. So PER have the 3 pins, one ground, another one is positive, that is a 5 volts of light, another one is an input line to the Arduino board. So I need to read that. So read digital pin 2, because I have connected PER sensor in the digital pin 2. Okay. After that, I'm going to check. Okay, if statement. Inside the if statement, max. If PER is equal to high. High means the PER will send only 0 voltage and then 5 voltage to your, because the PER is a digital sensor. Digital sensor means the digital sensor will generate either 1 or 0. When it will generate the 1, when a person is inside the range, then it will generate the 1. So I am making this as a high here. Okay. So you can see where you can select the screen from this math portion. So here it is available, math portion here. Okay. So here it is available. So I can place here, and then I can select the variable and I will place here. Now I have to select the equal. I will just explain this one portion here, equal. Instead of 1, I can create one more variable. So how I'm going to create one more variable, just see here, just by clicking the create variable, I will type high, and so 1 minute. So math, I will take from here high. Okay, now it is okay. Okay, so I have created this block. Once I have created, I can move this to here in any portion of the if statement. Okay, so just for showing that I have created that. Then if it is PER is high, then LED started to glow. Else, if the LED is low, that's all. Why I am not mentioning the pin here? Because we are using only one LED, correct? So I don't want to use this type of output. So what type of output? I don't want to use this type of output. When I want to use this type of output, if I am using multiple LEDs. So if I am using only one LEDs, then this one is enough. This block is enough. This block will enable one pin as a high, one pin as a low. Which pin you have to decide. Okay. So this is another example. I will go for next one. So now we will see one gas sensor input and output device. It's loading, please wait. It takes some time. So see here, I have connected this, I have created this circuit. I'm using the Arduino board. Here it is a buzzer, and this 2 LED indicates the heaviness of the smoke. So now I will simulate, then I will explain the program. So I am going to start the simulation. Connections are very simple. So just like how you are, for example, 1 minute, I want to show this. I want to repeat this buzzer. How it is possible? I don't want to search here. Just Control C and then Control V. You will get another. Okay, if you want to rotate, I have already told you have to press the R button. That's all. It will start to rotate. Okay. So these are very simple. There is no complication in giving the connections. You should have only where we have to give the connection. That alone is more enough, because like another type of platforms, it is not big difficult to give a connections. Okay. Now I will simulate this. Just see here. This is the smoke. This is the smoke sensor. Once I started the simulation, my Arduino board get powers. Then code started to execute. Now I am clicking this gas sensor. So here it is a smoke. If I am moving the smoke nearer to this sensor, it started to buzzer. Okay, if I am getting that, it started to off. So if, same way, you just see here, if I am moving nearer to this, my red LED started on and my green LED off. Correct? So this is another example. Okay. Okay. So we will see the code now. I will stop the simulation. Here it is a code. Okay. So the same simple code is available here. We have initiated the value and we have set the void setter, output, and the serial also. I will show the serial monitor here. Just see here, gas level. Now I started the simulation. So serial monitor, you can see I already told no, though you have to use the serial begin 9600. So okay. So now you just see, you can able to see the values. It is moving from 682 to 702, 735. When it is nearer, it goes as 9900 like that. Okay. So by using the serial monitor, you can record the values. So that is a big advantage of serial monitor. You can record this values in which time the gas smoke value is how much like that. Okay. So I will go with another circuit also, temperature sensor and with motor. Sir, shall I take 5 more minutes, sir?
No problem, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Because of online tool, it took some time for loading and creating and simulating. That's why I've created this all the circuit previously. So you can try any kind of circuits and any kind of program using this Tinkercad. But one problem is because only few components are available. Those few components is more enough for creating a simple projects. Okay, so here it is another circuit. This circuit based on the temperature value, the motor started to power. Okay, you just think it is an kind of AC setup. And the room temperature is monitored continuously. Once the room temperature increases, automatically it have to switch on the AC. Okay, so same way this is the circuit is created based on that idea. Here I have used the temperature sensor. If you want to check what is the name of this temperature sensor, just click here, temperature sensor TMP36, and here I have connected because it is an input device. I have to power this, so I have given the power positive and then ground. This violet line represents the ground and this yellow, the orange line represents the plus 5 volt. So I have given this supply for this temperature sensors. Once it is supplied, then we have to take a line into the analog signal. So temperature sensor is an analog device, analog input device. So if temperature changes, this analog signal will be generated based on the temperature value. That analog signal take to your Arduino board. Here the Arduino board using the microcontroller converts the analog signal into digital. Okay, after converting the digital value, it started to process. Once the threshold value is more than the reading value or less than the reading value, according to that this motor gets on or off. Okay, so same correspondingly we are using the LED also. Okay, that LED shows temperature level. Okay, now we will see the simulation. Okay, so this is the input device, this is the output device. Again we have to use the set of blocks, input blocks, blocks corresponding to the input, blocks corresponding to the control, blocks corresponding to the output, and math also. Okay, now I am setting the just see here in this program I set temperature read analog pin. So temperature now I am going to use the temperature variable. Okay. So temperature to read analog pin A0. Just see here. This is an 1 minute. This is an output of temperature sensor. So this output is taken to your Arduino board A0 pin. So I have connected the temperature sensor output to this A0 Arduino pin. A means that is analog pins. Okay. After that, if temperature is greater than 30, so I am setting the temperature. This is a greater than 30 degree. That is a room temperature. Normally we will say it is 30 degrees is the room temperature. Okay. Room temperature is greater than 30, then I am enabling this 13th pin and then 12th pin. So what is 13th and 12th pin? Just see here. 13th pin is to the motor. Okay, and the motor needs two supplies. One is a ground, another one is a positive. So ground I have connected here. The positive is going to come from this 13th pin. So I am making the 13th pin high. Same way I am connecting the 12th pin to LED. Okay, so once motor runs, that LED also started to glow. If else, so if it is less than a 30 degree, then automatically motor also gets stops as well as LED also gets stops. So I am making the 13th pin low, and here it is 13th pin are high when it is temperature is greater than 30. Now I am going to set here the values. I will make it this as a 50 degree. Okay. Now we will start the simulation. Start the simulation. Okay. You just see. Now just by clicking this temperature sensor, you have a provision to move this. So by moving this, you can, it is very tiny visible. You can see this, a temperature is increases. So once I reduce the temperature, the motor set down. If I am increasing the temperature, then motor started to rotate. Same simultaneously, the LED also glows here. Okay, so this is these are all the simple experiment we can create. Okay, likewise you can control the motors, servo motor, stepper motor, DC motor, fan, everything. I'm also tried many of the motor control circuits, but due to the time constraint I'm not able to continue that. Anyhow, I will share the link for those motor controls and then these circuits for your future reference. Then you can also, and another beauty is once you just log in, just see here, once you just log in, this is my login page. Okay, so I am Kannan Balasubramanian. If it is once you log in, you will have this provision. Just clicking by this circuit, okay, this portion, you may have so many kinds of circuit here, which was created by others. Okay, so otherwise you have a option for selecting the circuit. So just see here, I am clicking this gallery. Once you clicking this gallery, it will ask you to search. Okay, I've clicked this gallery. Now I am clicking this circuits. If you click this circuits, you can able to see many kind of circuits which are already created and then saved. So like this, others also can able to see your circuit once you created through this online. Okay, so likewise you can also see all the circuits which are created by the other peoples. Now if I want to see a particular motor circuits, so how it is possible? Just by clicking this search button. Now I am typing motor. Okay, just click this circuit and enable the search. Once you type motor and clicking the circuit and clicking the search, then it will give all the circuits related to the motors. Okay, so now if you want to try any one of the circuit, just click this and copy. Just click this copy and tinker. Now it will be copied to your login. Now this circuit is always available in your login. Anytime you can use this circuit. Anytime you can modify this circuit. Once you modify, automatically it will save. No need to save by manually. It automatically gets saved. So likewise, I've selected this circuit into my login. So with this, I will complete. So see here, This is the input device. This is the servo motor. By changing the part, I will start the simulation. Changing the part. 1 minute. So by changing the potentiometer value, I can rotate the servo motor in all directions. Okay. Can able to see here. Okay. So likewise, you can create any kind of devices. You can use or you can utilize any kind of devices from the gallery. Okay. So only thing you have to know how to edit this or how to rearrange the components, how to add the components. That's all. So components are available here, and you can choose any one of the component, and then you can extend the circuits here. Okay. So hope I given a basic input for about Tinkercad. So with this is a just initiative. So within this time, it is a bit difficult to explain everything. So I have given some introduction about how to use this Tinkercad. Then you have to further develop your design capability by using Tinkercad. And I am apologize for intermediate net connections. Anyhow, we have seen few examples using this webinars by using the tinkercad.com. Okay. Thank you all. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I will answer.
Participants, if you have any queries, please type in the chat box or unmute yourself and raise the question.
Sorry, because of presenting my entire screen, I am not able to see your messages. Now only I can be able to see. Okay, sir, in future, will they add other bots? Yes, in future they will add. Before 2 or 3 months, I am not able to see a few components. Now those components are available in the Tinkercad. Thank you for your feedback. If you have any queries, please ask me. I will put.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Sir, I'm Keethlata, sir.
Yes,
shall I propose vote of thanks now?
Sir, one query, sir.
Yeah.
A simple, basic question, sir. Actually, with this Tinkercad, we can design a simple PN junction diode or Zener diode, like where we can see some characteristics principle. So, how to generate graph in this, sir?
Yes, ma'am. You have a provision. 1 minute, ma'am. I will show that. In that 1 minute. So here you have a provision for one window is available. In that window, that just like a CRO you are asking, correct? CRO monitor.
Yes, ma'am. CRO monitor, and when we take PN junction characteristics, sir, we will note down current and voltage.
No, ma'am, it is not possible, ma'am. So here you can able to see the output just by using that monitor. 1 minute. Over. I can able to see where it is. Previously I have used that, but now it is not showing. Here, ma'am. This is the oscilloscope. So
okay, sir.
Just by dragging here, and then you can able to just giving this positive to positive, negative to negative, then you can get the reading here, ma'am.
Oh, okay, sir.
If you want to know what is the voltage level of input device, or what is the voltage level delivered to the output device, then you can use this oscilloscope here, ma'am.
Oh, okay, sir.
If you want to generate any function value, so instead of using the sensor, I can use the function generated. I can connect the function generated negative to this Arduino board, and then
Okay.
positive to this input signal, analog signal.
Okay, sir.
So instead of using any sensor, you can change the frequency, then you can see the output also, ma'am. So just by clicking this, connecting. Now it is ready. So you
Okay.
have a panel for getting the output voltage level, as well as you have the setup for giving the input. You can choose square waveform, sine waveform, triangular waveform just by clicking here, ma'am. Just sine waveform, whatever it is.
Okay, sir.
So you can set the
But if-
frequency also, frequency value, amplitude value, DC voltage, offset voltage, whatever it is.
Okay, sir. But if we have a voltmeter and ammeter, and if we note down the readings and then generating a graph will not be possible in Tinkercad.
Ma'am, here multimeter is available, ma'am. Manually, you have to create the graph,
Okay.
but we can take the reading here by using this multimeter.
Multimeter.
Multimeter is available, ma'am. Just by clicking, you are going to use the voltage. We are going to measure the voltage, or ampere, or resistance, whatever it is. So with the reading, you can make a sequence of readings, and then finally you can go for graph.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have attended one session where in this using this Tinkercad we can create like Google Classroom. We can create one classroom for this Tinkercad and have these programs done. All these projects, all these things that which can
Yes,
be
ma'am,
done.
we can do that. You can do that, ma'am.
But do we have any provision of giving time duration for them so that in this time period only the students should submit our project? Will
Those
there be
options
any-
are not available in this Tinkercad, ma'am.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yes, ma'am. No time limited
sir.
here.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other queries, please? Compare with Proteus, connections are very simple. Deepak Venkatesan sir has asked that. Connections are very easy, as well as physically we can create the program. This program also copied to our IDE platform. And another one here we are having a blocks. By using those blocks, we can create the program by not by just typing. We can create the program by drag and drop the blocks. Can we Tinker microcontroller? I'm not getting your question. Can we Tinker microcontroller means Abdul Aziz? You can unmute and ask me, no problem. Can we use microcontroller? Yes, but in this Tinkercad we are having only two options. Either we can use a Arduino, that inbuiltly available microcontroller. Another one is an Atney. The two are available. In future, they may add a different microcontroller because the programming is a big problem in a single environment for different processes. So they have used only the Arduino. Thank you. Any other questions? 8051, 8053, those are all not available here. I have not tried this also. I think it is not possible to get that. Sir, Gunasaya sir, is there any options like that, sir?
No, sir. We have only two options, either Arduino or Atney. Only two options.
Atney.
As far as
Because
two
the
options only available.
Program environment is single.
Yes.
We cannot use a multiple program environment in single online portal. So that's why. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you all participants for your interacted sections. Thank you. Sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I would like to thank Ramco Institute of Technology Principal Dr. L. Ganesan sir and Vice Principal Dr. S. Rajakarunagaran sir for giving opportunity for our club to do this webinar in between the tight academic schedule. I thank our resource persons, Mr. B. Kannan sir and Mr. B. Gunasegaran sir for delivering such a good session related to Tinkercad. I hope this will create a small spark among participants. What is Tinkercad? How to program it? I extend my sincere thanks to student coordinators Mr. Manoj Kumar and Mr. Gokul Prasad of final year mechanical engineering for acting as a moderators. Last but not least, I would like to thank participants because today is almost Sunday. I hope most of them having classes on the weekdays. So in spite of their busy schedule too, they are attending this workshop. I thank all the participants once again. See you in the similar event soon. We will post the recorded video to our official YouTube page. The YouTube page will be shared to our WhatsApp group. Thank you. Thanks a lot. The feedback link is posted in the chat box. It will be active only for 20 minutes. So those who are attending this session only get the certificate. Participants, please check the chat box. Feedback link is posted. It will be active only for 20 minutes. Time is 7:20 now. From 7:40, the link will be disabled.
Please fill the feedback.